Hey, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Was that funny?
Yeah, I was just looking at my hair. I'm a crazy person.
Well, Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So anyway, we are here for our first live together of the new year. So we just wanted to first wish everyone a happy and healthy new year. Happy 2022. And as a lot of you may be coming on, maybe live or on the replay, you can always say hi and where you are tuning in from. And something that we wanted to talk about tonight, a couple things. Well, number one, the three reasons why you should focus on building your personal brand online, but in a much different capacity that maybe that you're usually used to. And there's a lot of people that we're connected to that maybe they don't even really know what a personal brand is. They know what a brand is. Maybe you're representing a brand, but maybe you're not building your own personal brand. The other thing that we're going to touch on is our workshop that starts next Monday, January 10th through Friday, January 14th. It's our personal branding blueprint. So going over a lot of the stuff that you're going to learn tonight and more. Workbook replays will be available for over 2 weeks after we're done. We're going to teach you all the core principles of everything that it takes to build your personal brand online, to generate high quality connections and leads, and obviously generate more income into your business. So as you do come on, drop into the comments, say hi and where you're tuning in from. Nancy says hi.
It's been a long day.
You can drop into the comments, say hi and where you're tuning in from. Please tag some people, share this video. Also, remember, give it a like, a love, something of that nature. So, Nancy, why don't you dive into what we want to talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. So, kicking it off, and obviously, we're talking all things personal branding because that is what our upcoming workshop is all about and the book that I'm writing. I think a lot of people are thrown off a little bit right now. Oh, Scott already queued up my. I think a lot of people are thrown off right now because a lot of buzzwords get used, right? And I think one that has been constantly used is personal branding, right? I think last year we used the word social seller a lot and we use, whatever, but personal branding is one that a lot of people are like, what does that even mean? And put plain and simply, that made me Scott think of something. Put plain and simple, it's building your reputation online. Okay. And you keep popping that up. I'm not ready to talk about that yet.
Well, no, I'm just saying hi.
No, but like take that off the screen. Okay. So anyway, so the neat thing is building your personal brand is something that yes, okay, it might be thrown around and it's a lot of buzzword and so on and so forth, but guys, we can't get away from it. Whether you like it or not, every single person, whether you have an online business or not, is building a personal brand online. It's when people click on your website or they click on your, social media accounts, that's your personal brand. What they see is going to help them form an opinion of what you do and, what you're all about. Okay. So whether you like it or not, you got one. It's just up to you if you want to take control of it. And I had a really great conversation today with a client. Actually, it's a couple of my favorite clients. And we were just having a chat about different industries, right? Industries such as financial services and, even different, like insurance industries. And there's so many companies now that are actually pushing their people out there to start creating their own personal brand to really set themselves apart. Because guess what? Within an industry such as financial services and other things like that, there are so many ways to niche down, right? And really focus on different audiences within that market. So, for example, Scott could be a financial advisor over here working with military families or people that, he really specializes in helping. I could be over here as a financial advisor and I could be helping women CEOs. That's my specialty. But the thing is it really by building that personal brand and getting clear on who it is you want to market to and who that audience is that you're talking to, it helps you create so much more clarity when it comes to communicating what the heck it is that you do. Okay. So you're able to distinguish yourself easier. And so today we're going to be talking about the 3 reasons why, in addition to all those things I just said, why it's important to focus on building your personal brand online. Okay. So
How many of you are, type in the comments below if you are or are not, how many of you are not clear on what a personal brand is or how to go about building a personal brand. Just, you can type in the chat box, I have no clue, I don't know, just so we know that we want to provide you the most value added commentary today, because there's a lot of people, I can promise you, that have certain goals this coming year. They have monetary goals. You have business growth goals. Whatever the goals are, I can promise you that most of the goals that you have set for yourself are directly related back to your personal brand without you even realizing it. Anything that relates to you being on social media, and any goal that is monetary derived from anything that you're doing within your business, and your business is visible on social media, it's going to go back to building your personal brand. So I have some basic knowledge of personal branding, feeling some clarity what it is, just need direction of how to do it. Now, again, as you guys come on, please do say hi and where you're coming in from. And again, if anyone has not yet registered for our personal branding blueprint, which begins January 10th, next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and runs through Friday, January 14th from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern. So we're 8 to 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday. The only day that we're doing earlier is Friday. It's our happy hour training that we like to call it. Just drop an I do in the comments at any point, and we can send you the registration link where you're going to learn all of this and more, 5 days with myself and Nancy, of what needs to be done.
Awesome.
Nancy.
All right. So we're going to jump right into reason number 1 of why you should focus on building your personal branding online. And as Scott just threw it up there on the screen for me, thank you. Number 1, it creates visibility, right? It gives you, okay. And it's funny because I've had this conversation more than just a couple times this week with, a couple people that I've been talking to. And I don't know how many of you, when you think about social media, you get that feeling in your stomach and you're like, ugh, I hate social media. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do all the things necessary, right? Or it gives you that scared feeling, or maybe overwhelm, right? Could cause you to feel negative feelings. Well, I want to remind you guys, and I want to challenge you in a way to kind of shift that mindset, because never has it been easier or cheap to really create visibility and get yourself out there in front of a lot of different eyeballs. Okay. And the fact of the matter is social media allows us to be visible. It allows you to put yourself out there. It allows you to have platforms to create content to show people what the heck it is that you're an expert in. So when we talk about building your personal brand and getting very strategic and structured, right? Simple routine, simple process to do this, it really helps you create visibility for you and your business. And it helps people understand what the heck you do, right? I know that Scott is a LinkedIn expert. If I meet people who I think, would be a great fit for Scott's coaching program, I'll say, you know what? If you need LinkedIn support, you want to generate leads on LinkedIn, I got your guy, right? I know exactly what Scott does. I know what it is, that he's going to be able to help people with. So just think about that, is when you build your personal brand the right way, it's going to create that visibility and people are going to understand what the heck it is you do.
The other thing that you can do, if this is making sense so far, just drop a Y or a yes in the chat box. Now, the one thing, a great test to really see if you're on the right path as far as visibility, look at your social media. Go and see what your news feed looks like on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and see if it's clear to you what it is that you do. Because if you can't even see, and if you're not clear, because again, I know for a fact that when I go onto LinkedIn and I look at my news feed, I'm very clear on who I'm targeting. So a lot of people, sometimes they don't realize that they're not creating the type of visibility they want. You have to think about the person that's on the other side of that computer screen. So if they're going to any of your social media sites, are you making yourself clearly visible to that target market and that person that is best suited for what you're offering? And a lot of times people are giving mixed messages. Maybe you're not showing up as genuinely and authentically as you should. Maybe you represent a company or something and you're building more of that personal brand than your own. Maybe your visibility is not where it needs to be. But the fact is that when you create the ultimate visibility on social media, you're going to have an edge in the marketplace.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And guys, just to give you an example of this, I mean, I had a client who had actually asked me, do you know anyone who does PR or does who, whatever. And just to give you an example, the one person that I thought of, I just happened to know that she did PR because she told me. But whenever I looked at her social media and I kind of checked it out, it was not clear what she did. There was no structure there. There were pictures of like bikinis and thong bikinis and all kinds of stuff. And it was like, ugh, I don't really want to refer this person out because number one, that's also a reflection of myself, right? So I want to make sure it's very clear and understandable what it is that person does. Okay. So you want to make sure that when people see your social media, they understand what it is you do. Okay. So, tip number two, and the second reason why you should be focusing on building your personal brand online, it establishes credibility and trust. Okay. When you're very organized about building your brand, we call it building your brick house. Okay. And when you build your brick house of credibility and trust and all these great things, it comes from different things that you can do. One is the more clients that you work with and the more testimonials and recommendations you get, by posting those things on social media, adding them to your website, putting it on LinkedIn, so on and so forth, it gives you, right, more bricks to that house and that structure so that people are more inclined to work with you, right? If people are going to pay big money to hire you, let's say you're a coach or a consultant, for example, okay, and they're going to, invest a lot of money, they're going to want to check out and they're going to do a little digging and research and see what you're all about. The more that you have, right, the different things already posted on your social media platform, the more intention you are about building that personal brand and showcasing those things that you do and how you help people, right, through case studies and testimonials and different things like that, the quicker people are going to say, you know what? I feel good about this. I'm going to go ahead and sign up because all these different things that I'm seeing and different posts that you're making. The thing is, I want you to think about, right? There is no one, okay, no one I can think of that hasn't Googled someone or done research on social media and paid a lot of money in these days. Okay. Thing is, if people do it all the time, hey, Scott, can I check out all your stuff or, let me take a look? I mean, heck, I did it whenever I started dating him. I Googled him. I didn't even think I bought your first book too. But anyway, the whole point is imagine that if someone were to Google your name, what's going to pop up? Right. And if you're doing things right and you're strategically building that personal brand, your LinkedIn profile is going to pop up. Your website might pop up, right? And some of your other social media handles are going to pop up. And if you're doing it the right way, people are going to understand what you're the expert in, why they should hire you, right? And they're going to know how you help people and how the heck they can work with you. Okay. So again, intentionally building that personal brand can really fast track you and help you establish that credibility and trust.
So, if you're that person that really wants to establish that credibility and trust, drop a Y or a yes in the chat box, because here's the thing. Nancy talks often about your brick house of credibility. So when someone reaches out to me and says, Scott, where can I find out about some of the people that you've worked with or success stories or this, that, or the other? I have 4 different modalities to direct people to.
That's like a word.
You like that word?
Vocab word.
Yeah. I can send them to my podcast homepage where there's over 70 5-star ratings and reviews of my podcast. I can send them to my book on Amazon where there's over 80 5-star reviews. I can send them to my website where there's a bunch of testimonials written on there. I can send them to my LinkedIn page where I have over 475 written recommendations. That is one of the easiest ways to build credibility and trust, is to have the words of other people saying, yes, this person knows what they're doing. And this is part of what we're going to be teaching everyone in the personal branding blueprint all next week. If you finally want to get clear on your personal brand, you want to get clear on your messaging, you want to get clear on how you should show up on social media, and more importantly, what social media platform you should be using. A lot of people are still throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping to share the same message on each of the platforms that they're using, hoping that's going to fall on the right ears and eyes of the ideal client. I say it often that you should not be treating every single social media platform the same. And if anyone follows me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, you will see 3 different representations of me and my brand on 3 different platforms. The way that I show up on Facebook is different from Instagram, and it's different from that on LinkedIn. And you really have to kind of figure out that rhythm of how you want to show up. But when you do build that personal brand online, you do establish that instant credibility and that trust with people that will end up investing into you. Modality.
Modality. I'm like, is that the right use? I don't know. Okay.
Was I right?
I don't know. Number
Mode
3.
or methodology.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
modality.
We'll take a look at that one. All right. Number
I'm
3.
playing Scrabble right now.
We're going to play Scrabble later. I can't wait. All right. So number 3, out of the 3 reasons why you should focus on building your personal brand online. So number 3 is it allows you to find clients and close more sales. Okay. And this is all part of, right? Like when you build that personal brand and you set yourself up, on all the different social media platforms, the thing is across all these platforms, there's a way to optimize your personal brand to make sure that you are clear with your audience on that next step that you want them to take with you. So for example, whenever you set up your LinkedIn profile, right? Think about it in your head. All right, what are the next steps I want people to take to work with me? Is it going to be A, sending you a DM, right? Sending you a direct message? Is it B, going to set up maybe a call with you? So in your featured section, you can set up your calendar link or your call. Maybe it is going to your website. So it's driving traffic to your website where then you have a whole sequence of events that go off. So the thing is when you build your brand, okay, and I love it. I treat it like a little house, as you're kind of building this little house. Guys, it's long term. It's not something you're just going to snap your fingers and it's going to happen. And the reason why Scott and I created this personal branding blueprint, which is a workshop that we're going to be diving into next week, is because we wanted to bring some simplicity and some clarity around this, because I think so many people are just like, how do I show up consistently? How do I show up confidently? What the heck should I be doing every day? Right? So it's very important. And the reason why I really started diving in the past couple of years, and that's why that's going to be my first book, is because I know that this is not going to go away, right? Building your personal brand is never going to go away. And even though might be a buzzword or we might be throwing it around, it's important more than ever, okay, to build your personal brand. Whether you're a student or you're someone who's recently graduating and you're building that personal brand to get a job, right? There's different ways and there's different goals that you can use to really build your personal brand. But we're talking to you guys who you actually want to build that brand. You want to make money online. You want to actually establish yourself as that expert in your industry. I mean, Scott and I have been working so hard, in this past year, really, really helping and taking people to the next level. In fact, we came together, and last year was the first year we put together our mastermind program, which is to help people start podcasts, write books, and really establish themselves as experts. So this is what we've been kind of sleeping and breathing, for the past 12 months. So I just want to share with you, that was the third one, but I want to share with you some things that people are excited about, right? That's coming up in our personal brand intensive. In fact, I asked everyone to share with us, what are you most excited about learning, in this workshop in the upcoming week? And, one person wrote, I want to show up consistently, right? I want to know exactly what I should be doing each day. The other one was, I want clarity on how to rebrand, right? Some of you might look for calibration or maybe kind of rebranding. Awesome. We're going to discuss all of those things. How to reach my target audience and grow, within my company. Absolutely. We're going to cover that. How to be known on LinkedIn. Absolutely. Simplifying message, create active audience within brand. And then also, and we get this question all the time, what do I do if I have multiple businesses or multiple focuses? How do I brand myself within that? So we're going to be covering all of that, guys. And we're really taking into account what everyone has really been asking us and has wanted to learn. And this is going to be a really fun training. It's going to be a lot of information, but you guys are going to walk away. In fact, this is the meatiest, most informational workbook, right, that we've ever put together and created. So literally, you're part of this training. You're walking away with this blueprint, okay, that is literally going to set you up for success for the rest of the year of how to build that personal brand online. So if you have not registered for the 5-day personal brand masterclass, please say I do or drop a Y or yes in the chat box. We'll make sure to share the link with you. And if you're watching this on the replay, just let us know you're watching the replay. Feel free to send us a message. But I don't know about Scott, but I am incredibly excited for this training. And it's the first workshop that we're doing this upcoming year. So want you to be a part of it with us.
Close us out.
Oh, closes it. Yay! This is our first time. Yeah. Okay. You have nothing else?
Nope.
Yay. Okay. All right. I'll bring us home, everyone. So happy 2022. Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a wonderful and safe holiday. We really want you guys to be a part of this workshop if you haven't already signed up.
Oh, one more
If you're
thing.
looking
No,
to get
kidding.
clear. If you're looking to get clarity on your personal branding, I'm going to go beat Scott at Scrabble. Yes, that was a little trash talk, but I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Bye.
Bye, everyone.